In the latest announcement by Plarium, they talk about quality of life improvements of the permanent daily login reward program, some adjustments to the difficulty in the Doom Tower, and also finally acknowledging the fail AI fix. In today's video, guys, I want to cover those 4 topics and also relate all of this to their previous announcements. Let's jump right in. Before I get started, let me quickly remind you guys that I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday nights at 7:30 Eastern Time. That means tonight we will be streaming. We are going to have some gem giveaways for Raid, but we're also going to have some gift code giveaways for Summoner's Glory, which is another game that we are playing on this channel. So if you guys want to win some free stuff, make sure you show up. All right, so now on to this announcement and what it all means for us. They're first talking about the Endless Daily Login Reward Program. This was announced not too long ago in a previous post as well. I think we originally thought this was going to be at the beginning of January. There was no update on it until today. So this looks like it is going to be planned for late to mid of January, whatever that is. I'm assuming it's basically going to be at the end of the month, but it is going to be forever, right? That's the great thing, 30 days, and it is going to reset every time you reach those 30 days. They're also saying these rewards will include XP boosts, shards, chickens, epic tomes, energy, silver, gems, crafting materials. I do not see, sadly, legendary tomes in there, and I think that's a little bit of a problem. Here's a quick overview with the other ones that we've had so far. So this was days 210 and up, then days 240 and up, and finally the 270-day full program. So again, we do not see any legendary tomes in there, but if it's something like this one where we see 2 sacred shards, a void shard, and then 4 ancient shards, I think this would be pretty good. Here's another quick comparison that we can use for this. The rewards for the Doom Tower. In case you guys do not know, on this spreadsheet you can now see the total rewards that you would get for completing either normal or the hard Doom Tower. So there are a couple of shards in here, and we all love shards. Obviously, this is why I'm talking about this, but we only have 2 sacred shards and 4 void shards on the hard Doom Tower. We have 0 sacred shards on the normal, and then we have 2 void shards, right? So this extra program, if it brings in more shards, that is going to be huge. And here's also a quick overview of the clan boss chest, right, which is also another great source of rewards for your void shards, sacred shards, epic tomes, and legendary tomes, especially if you are on Ultra Nightmare. So the addition of the permanent login reward program, I think, is a great move by Plarium. Okay, so let's keep going with the next point, which is the champions and artifacts storage space, which is also supposed to come out in the next release. They in fact touched on this point not too long ago. They were basically saying that they first need to optimize the servers to handle more space. So I don't know if this is a continued problem for the current servers, perhaps also a reason why they asked us to empty out our vaults, right, by not reusing old champions for the fusions. But hopefully we get a reasonable extra amount. I think they were aiming for something like an extra 100 slot of each. Perhaps it's a little bit more, so don't quote me on that, but it's nice to see that we're finally going to get that extra space. Then they go on about quality of life improvements. At this point, I'm not even sure what that is. I would love a breakdown of what exactly all of this is going to be. They also touch on the new upcoming faction. In case you guys did not know about this, we are going to get a new faction. I believe it's some kind of samurai faction, if I understand correctly. Some people were wondering if Sato is going to be moved over to that faction. So that is a great question. Who knows? But what I could recommend here for you guys is that you hang on to your shards. If you're going to need a full team of this new faction to run your faction wars, you might want to go all out when they release the new faction. We are also going to get a new fusion apparently, which I believe they cover right at the end down here. I mean, you also got to save a couple of shards for that, just in case you want to complete some of the summon rushes or champion chase tournaments for your fragments. So again, start hoarding, I guess, in a sense, if you want to be well prepared for this. Now let's keep going with the next part of the announcement. It's the difficulty of the bosses on the Doom Tower. I have not seen a difference so far, at least not in the spreadsheet where we usually track the changes, even though they do say in here that the modifiers were reflected on this update. Yet the stats are basically the same as they were before. So if you guys know what these changes are so far, please let us know in the comments below so that we can let everybody know and hopefully better prepare for this. Okay, so let's keep going now with the final part of this, and that is basically the failed AI fix. I showed it with Cold Heart. I believe Madame Ceres is also not exactly working as intended, but as for the other champions, I tried Rosin, I tried Xavier, they all seem to work as intended now, which is great. Still, it's a little bit sad to see that, you know, they could have tried maybe a little bit harder to ensure that the fix works correctly for all the champions, but when Cold Heart is fixed, that is going to help a whole lot for the Fire Knight. Not sure if you guys are using Cold Hearts in there, but I know I am using too. One more thing though, I do want to bring to your attention, and I asked the question to Plarium for you guys, so when I have an update on this, I will let you know, but it is about the order of the buffs on certain champions' skills. For example, a Mausoleum Mage, which is pretty crucial on my account because I don't have a Duchess, I don't have a Siphi, I don't have other good block debuffs champions. Yet this champion will do increased crit rate, increased defense, and then block debuffs. That is a problem against Torments. I bring this guy in specifically for that. Amongst other things, I do use him with Seer as well for the extra buffs to power up a Seer, but why is it not in the order that is written here? Apparently, for example, the rare champion called Mark here, right? Her skill is written the same way. You get block debuffs and then a 60% increased defense. This is the correct order. Yet another champion here, like I believe Sepulchre Sentinel, apparently it is in the wrong order, but it's also written in a different order. So that is my question. Why is it that there is a different order on these buffs? And, you know, we kind of have to factor this in. Apparently, a Duchess does it in the correct order, if I am not mistaken, yet it is written in a different order. So I would love to get an update on that for you guys. Hopefully, we get it sooner rather than later, all right? And finally, the fusion, which I briefly talked about, it is going to be a fragment fusion. I typically have a calendar here for you guys, so I will most likely have one ready to go as soon as this new champion is released. They are also saying this will bring a whole lot of new champions in the game as well. So, I mean, they're diluting the pool once again. Hopefully some of them are useful, but this is not where you can fuse some of the epics or get some of the rare champions because it's a fragment only, so you got to go all in to hopefully get the actual legendary, and I really hope it is going to be a little bit more useful, than the previous ones we've had, because you know, some of the recent ones were not that great, right? Also, hopefully they give us more fragments so that you guys don't run into the situation where you have I don't know, like 90 fragments and you have no other way of finishing this fusion. All that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.